Are you an entrepreneur or CEO and struggle to be able to focus and align your team? Or maybe you have a challenge in being able to not only recruit, but retain top talent. Or you have a disconnect between your vendors or your partners and being able to work and really align with each other. Or maybe you're asking yourself more frequently, is all of this that I'm doing, is the long hours, the frustrations, the overwhelms even worth it anymore? If any of this resonates at all with you, keep watching because I have a process that can really help you with all of this. My name is Jennifer Hootie. I am the founder at Vision Driven, where we help entrepreneurs and CEOs clarify and communicate their next big vision for their company's future. We've helped over 1,500 companies over the last 7 years, and I've partnered with Cameron Herold, the author of Vivid Vision, on a process called the Vivid Vision. So what I've found over the years of working with entrepreneurs is a lot of times they will get burnt out, overwhelmed, frustrated, and stuck in a cycle of repeating the same year over and over again. And oftentimes they think that growth and revenue is going to solve all of the issues. And oftentimes there's an underlying problem that is the core of it all. And that underlying problem is they're not actually clear of the direction that they want to take their company next. And as a result, they're in a constant state of reacting versus responding. Their team is left in the dark. Nobody's really clear of the main thing or the main goal or the main why that they're all supposed to be channeling their focus on. And so oftentimes the entrepreneur CEO misses this very important step of gaining clarity of the vision for the company's future. And the most powerful process to do this with is what's called a vivid vision. There's a book called Vivid Vision by Cameron Herold, where he walks through this tool that you can use to align your company around a shared vision for the future. I partnered with Cameron about 7 years ago and helped over 1,500 companies as a result in all different industries. And really with this 5 to 6 page document called the Vivid Vision, it paints a clear and vivid picture of exactly what you want your company's future to look like as if it's already happened. And you explain in a level of detail so that if anyone in your company, whether it's your receptionist or your salesperson or the person in IT, that they can step in and see the vision with the same level of clarity as you, the founder, once you've taken the time to get clear. And so this actually stemmed, the Vivid Vision process stemmed from a company called 1-800-GOT-JUNK. So there was a founder called Brian Scudamore, and he was stuck in his business at a plateau of about $1 million a year, 8 years in a row. And he could not seem to break through the $1 million mark. And what he realized was his very first vision for his company was to grow $1 million business. And once he had that $1 million business, he didn't have a vision past that. And so as a result, he was creating and experiencing the cycle of the same year over and over again. Cameron Herold came on as Brian's COO, and they took the time to paint a clear and vivid picture of exactly what they wanted 1-800-GOT-JUNK to look like 3 years into the future. They wrote things down like they wanted to be in the Harvard Business Review as a company to watch for how powerful their culture was. They wanted to grow a $100 million company. They wanted to be featured in Oprah. They wanted to be one of the top companies to work for in all of Canada. Now, they did not know how they were going to make this happen, but they simply got clear of the direction and the vision that they wanted to go. Well, get this, fast forward 3 years later, and 1-800-GOT-JUNK surpassed the $100 million mark. They were featured in Oprah for a whopping 2-minute segment, all on their company. They were featured in the Harvard Business Review as a company to watch for their culture, and they were listed number 2 in all of Canada for their company culture. Now, they didn't know how they were all going to make this happen, but they knew how they were going to make it welcome. And it started with this process called the Vivid Vision. So in the rest of this video, I'm going to share with you 5 steps that you can use to start to create your own vivid vision for your company's future. Step 1 is get in a vision state. Now, our current state of mind has created our current reality. And so if you're currently feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, anxious when it comes to your business, you don't want to come in with the same energy and build your vision from that state of mind. Because what's going to happen is you're just going to create more of the same, but bigger. So instead, you want to get in a state where you're open, relaxed, awake, aware. Maybe you go on a walk, you go somewhere in nature, you go to your favorite hotel lobby bar, you go up to your cabin or somewhere that inspires you. And this is the place and the state in which you want to create your vision from. Step number 2 is asking yourself the most important question, which is, what do I really want? So often as entrepreneurs, we can get stuck in the questions of, well, what should I do? What makes sense to do? What is the market doing? And although the strategy is really important, it's even more important to make sure that you are taking the time to create a business that you are excited to wake up for every single day. Because the last thing you want to do is create yourself a golden jail cell, which means you built a company that you said you were going to, but because you built it in a way that you didn't even really want or you liked, you arrive there and you feel trapped. So really come from that question and answer that question, what do I really want? Step number 3 is you want to paint the picture. So you want to imagine yourself going into a time machine 3 years into the future. And so say it's December 31st, whatever 3 years into the future is. Now paint the picture of exactly what you see your company looking like. What does your culture look like? Your team, your core business activities? What is the media saying about you? What are your financials? What does your sales and your marketing look like? And the more specificity, the better. You don't want it to be vague and kind of high in the sky. It's kind of elusive. You want it to be so clear that anyone reading it is going to be able to see what you see with the same level of clarity in your mind. Now, step 4 is you want to use present terms reflecting back. So you're using phrases like, we have achieved this, or this is what our revenue looks like. Not, we will do this, or we're going to do this. Because when it comes to mapping out your vision, your subconscious mind only responds and reacts to what's in the now. And so this is a simple little hack that is going to get all of you on board to really imagine it's happening now. And then step number 5 is to think where, not how, right now. So you're naturally going to default to, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this happen? And oftentimes I share that if you know exactly how something's going to happen, it's actually a plan, not a vision. Part of the fun of a vision is you're not going to have the whole idea of the how, and it's kind of like Google Maps. The reason why Google Maps works so well is because you plug in where you're at and where you want to go first, and then it's able to reveal all of the different routes that can get you to your destination. But if you don't know your destination in the first place, then it's pretty much useless because it can show you infinite amounts of possibility. So to recap, when creating your vivid vision, step 1 is you want to get in a vision state. Step 2 is get clear of what it is that you really want. Step 3 is to paint the picture. Step 4, use present terms reflecting back. And step 5 is to think where, not how, right now. Now, I have an awesome free resource for you, which I call the Vivid Vision Mind Map. Inside of the Vivid Vision Mind Map, I paint a step-by-step process that you can use to begin to gain clarity of your vision for your company's future. So you can head on over to vividvisionmindmap.com to go and get your free copy. And it'll walk you through exactly how to start this very first step in the process, which is mind mapping out all of the different ideas and possibilities for your company's future. So if you know that it's time for you to really gain clarity of the direction that you want to take your company next, you notice yourself caught up in this loop of your team feeling scattered, maybe you're not able to recruit and retain talent, or you're really just feeling unmotivated, then you can also go ahead and check out visiondrivenglobal.com. As I've shared, we've helped over 1,500 entrepreneurs and CEOs over the course of the last few years and helping them not only gain clarity and communicate their next big vision, but help them bring it to life. And so go ahead and go to visiondrivenglobal.com. And thanks for watching this video.